Okay, this is another in a series of tutorials for Microsoft Excel. Um, I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to start a basic spreadsheet. Okay, so for example, I might have a product I'm selling. Okay, and then maybe the quantity of the products I have, um, retail cost of the product, the tax that would be on the product. Let me think. And maybe just the total. All right. And let me think here. I'm going to have band-aids, um, carving knife, um, gouge, wood block. Okay, and my band-aids, maybe I have 200 band-aids, and I have 10 carving knives, 3 gouges, and 50 wood blocks. Retail price of the band-aids might be 10 cents. The carving knife might be $65.25. The gouge each might be say $39.50, and the wood blocks might be $3.25. Okay, now the tax. What you can do here is you can kind of hard code the tax. So if you did equal D4 times 0.0725, that's 7.25% tax, um, and that'll tell you what your tax is. Or you could have a box somewhere, like let's say up here, current tax, because up here in Tennessee they change taxes a lot. So here I might do 0.0725. And what I might also want to do is click the percent button. So up here it says percent, and I'm going to format my cells, number, and add a couple decimal places. Alright, so now anytime I go in and type something in there, that will be my current tax rate. So here I'm going to do equal, let's see, D, let's do equal C4 times D4, okay, times, let's do this again. I'm just trying to figure out the tax. Equal D4 times H1. Okay, that's going to tell me what that tax is. And again, I can drag this little box and drag that down, and it will copy that formula each time. Now, the problem with this is because this formula doesn't go down with the others, each one of those has to be changed back to H1. And there's a trick here that you can set it to always go to the same cell, but we'll do that in another tutorial. Alright, so I've got my tax here. I might want to just select it all and go to dollars, but it may not quite be enough decimal points. If I wanted to, I can go to my cells and maybe add a third decimal point. Alright, so I've got my retail price. Let me set my dollars. I've got my tax price, and I've got my quantity. If I was to sell all of these, I would do equal C4 times D4 plus E4. Okay, so that's about $20 worth of band-aids. Alright, and again, I can grab this and drag it down, and that's how much my total inventory. So I could put total inventory value. Okay, boldface it maybe. Add myself a colon on the end here. And I can do a sum of that column. Alright, so let's say, oh shoot, I forgot I bought 110 knives. Uh-oh. So you'll see that something here happened to these numbers. Basically what happens is when it can't fit an entire number in a cell, it gives you these indicators. And this goes way back. Like I remember doing this on the Apple II. in, what was it? Something work, AppleWorks. And basically what you have to do is stretch that column out a little bit. And again, if you click and drag like this, you can drag the column out plenty. Or you can double click it and it'll make it as wide as it needs to be. I tend to like a little bit of space. Alright. So anyway, that's the basics. And I can again select this and go to Format, Auto Format, and then just pick a format I like. And you can see that it's a nice little layout. Now the problem here, if I ever decide, oh, let's say I want to go change my tax. Now it's 7.35%. You'll see that all of these changed automatically. I'll do undo, and you can see redo. Okay, let's say it was 7.55%. Okay, I never have to worry about this again. I just change my tax there, and all of this is automatic. But let's say I decide, oh shoot, now I'm going to try to offer aprons. I'm kind of stuck here. But if I right click on the 7 here, because that's the last, really you can do it anywhere, and I do insert, not only did it insert a line for me, but it left the same formatting. So now I can do aprons 50 at $12.75 a piece. And I'll just copy my tax up, whoops, times H1, forgot. Alright, and then just kind of drag that down. And so now I should have up here C4, D4, E4, C5, D5, E5, C6, D6, E6, etc. Okay? And I've added aprons in there now. And it's just adding up to more. All right, and you can get creative. You can add columns too. For example, let's say I want to insert a column here. I might want to say cost, and maybe the cost on these Band-Aids is only 5 cents. Or let's see, the aprons, maybe the cost is only $8.25, $61. Double click. Let's see, 36, and wood blocks maybe $1. Okay, I'm going to select these, go back to format my cells so that I only have 2 decimal points. Alright, so now I have cost and total and everything, and I can actually figure out, you know, how much profit I would have. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Now see, this is, I want to be over here now. I can copy and paste it over here, or I can click it like this and grab a hold of the border and drag it over, and it's pretty easy to move around. Now if I was to grab this one and move it over, and then grab this one and move it over, you see what happened is these automatically followed, let's see, automatically followed me from here to here, here to here. Say right now that's D4 times G1. If I was to move that over there, it's D5 times H1. So I'm going to go ahead and drag it back. G1. Alright, so it's pretty smart. It tries to keep up with you so that you don't screw up your own stuff, but you will. So I suggest saving often. Anyway, I hope that was helpful, and I'm going to head on to tutorial 3. Thanks a lot.